Designing a web page with WeWeb is pretty intuitive, but if you're just getting started in the tool, you may need a few minutes to get accustomed to it. So let me show you the basics. Here we have a blank page with a simple navigation menu that is what you'll get by default when you start from scratch. And what we want to do is we want to recreate this page. So we have a navigation menu and we have a blank section. You can see it's a section. If we add a background color here, you see it changes colors. So let's say first we want to add this footer. We're going to cheat a little bit. We're going to go to the marketplace and look for footers. You could look for anything really and drag and drop the footer that is suitable for you. Okay, that's cool enough, but it's basically cheating. So let's say we want to, we're going to do this really from scratch. So first, for example, we're going to go to our toolkit and add a heading right here. Properties for sale. By default, headings are H3, so we'll make it an H1. And we're going to center it, make it a bit bigger, add some bold and some padding. All right, great. Now the real power of WeWeb comes in. In order to design this, it's going to be super easy. What we're going to do is we're going to add a columns element onto the page. And where did we add it? We added it in the footer. That's not what we wanted to do, so we can drag and drop it here in the section. Now, in the columns element, we have two flex boxes. We actually only need one. The reason for that is that the columns element is actually a collection list. We're going to call it that. It's a collection list in this project because it's where we're going to bind data from our database. So we have a database. If you want to use it on your site, it's an Airtable template called Real Estate Listings Manager. So we have a real estate listings template with 6 listings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we wanna showcase it here, So what we'll do is we have to bind the collection, which we can do like this. We already imported the collection in WeWeb because this is a design tutorial, but if you want to know how to add this database to WeWeb, you can check out the tutorial on how to add a collection to WeWeb. Okay, so suddenly you see here in the navigator, you only have one flex box, but you have 6 little dotted elements here. And that's because it's fetching the 6 items here. Okay, that's great, except we would like to show 3 items on each row. So what we'll do here is we'll select this, and boom, you've got 3 on this row, 3 on this row. Now all we have to do is we have to style this one. If we add elements to this first one, so to this flex box, you'll see that it applies to all the items here. So we'll go on our flex box to our toolkit and drag and drop an image here. Awesome. So now it's in the flex box. And we also want to add text. So another heading actually, which we'll add here. And let's call it property name. And let's make it an H2 and a little bit smaller. Okay, great. Now let's maybe copy paste it. Oops, I changed the size by mistake here. So let's just go here, copy paste it, and we'll want the address. And in this case, it's actually not an H2, it'll just be a paragraph. And we want this to be 18 pixels. And let's copy paste it again. And this time we want it to say view listings. So view listings, and we'll change the color, the text color here to show that it will be a link. Okay, that's great, but it's, everything is like really tight. So let's say we want to add padding and margins to these 3 elements. We can actually multi-select them and add padding here. So to multi-select them, you would just click and on while you're clicking on Command or Control, depending on your device. And there you go, you can multi-select. Okay, that looks pretty ugly. So let's change it up a little bit. And the collection, sorry, in this at the section level, I'll change my background color a little bit, add some transparency, and I think it would be pretty cool if the items popped out a little bit. So I'm gonna change the background color here, and okay, not here. Control Z, here. No, yes, here. Sorry. So it was here. I'm gonna select here, but you see there's no, it looks like, and that's why I got confused. It looks like it's gray everywhere. So I'll add some margins so that, here we go. There we go. All right, cool. And now what I'll do is I'll want to add a bit of, I want it to be a bit more round. So let's, oops, no, that's not what I wanted. The corner radius, I wanted to set it to 8 so it has a nice little round thing here. And I'll add shadows. So I'm not very good with shadows, but I'll give it a try. Let's see if we can, yeah, it's not, let's see here, I'll make it gray. I'll choose gray here and just maybe get the opacity a bit down. All right, so it's not especially pretty, but you get the idea. You can play around with the shadow a little bit so it's more to your liking. And here with the image, I think I'm gonna add a little bit of a corner radius as well. Um, that could be nice. And there you have it. Um, Now it's really back to the data tutorial to start linking your uh, the data from the collection. Okay, so that's the basic of design and WeWeb. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to check out our community and ask the question. And there, we would be more than happy to help you super, super fast.